and today we are live from beautiful Fingleheads on this perfect day on the far north coast of New South Wales. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a walk along the beach. We're eventually going to end up on the headland, and from the top of the headland we'll be able to see a good view of Cook Island, which is straight in the middle of the camera, and we'll be able to look for whales. There are a few whales out there this morning, so hopefully we'll be able to see a few more on our walk. So let's start this walk. When you come on, please tell me where you're from and let's get this conversation going. So again, we're from Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales, Australia. And we're going to do a walk from here, end up on the headland, where we'll get a really good view of Cook Island. And from Cook Island, we'll hopefully see some whales out there. So let's start this view. When you join the chat, please drop a hi and let me know where you're from. And let's start this walk, guys. So we're on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia, and this is just a nice little walk, high tide along Fingleheads. So beautiful day here today. The rain is finally gone, which is good. It's straight out there, that's Cook Island. And we've got a high tide, as you can see. There's hardly any beach at all. It's just beautiful along here today. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk along this beach, Fingleheads, end up on the top of the headland directly in front of us, and then we're going to look out and look for Cook Island, which is just off to the left, and we're going to try and find some whales. So join me and we will start our walk. So it's a beautiful day here today. Where I'm standing, it's a very slight breeze. Thank you for the like. It's a very slight breeze, but when we get up on the headland, that breeze will pick up. It's blowing pretty hard outside. Hi Illick, how are you? Good to see you. When you join, please drop a hi, let me know you're there, and let me know where you're watching this live stream from. How are you, mate? It's good to see you, Illick. I hope that's how you say your name properly. But we are at Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia. And we're just going to cruise along this beach at high tide. Fantastic view out here today. So that's Cook Island, straight off there with some big storm clouds right behind it. So that's a nice view of Cook Island. It's beautiful out there. So we'll keep heading along the beach. We're going to walk along the beach to the top of that headland. And by up the top there, we should be able to see a lot of whales coming through. And we'll have a nice view of Cook Island. So as I was saying, it's getting slightly breezier now the closer I get to the headland. But at the moment there's not much wind here. But when we get up the top, it's going to pick up. I don't know if you can see all the white caps. Hello Derek, how are you? It's not too bad. It's about 18 degrees. If you get out of the wind, it's quite pleasant. Bit of a wind chill, so it might drop 1 or 2 degrees, but it's still warm enough to be walking around in a pair of board shorts. Hello Michelle, hello Big Dog, how are you all? From Ohio, beautiful. thank you for dropping where you're from. If everyone wants to drop where they're from, we can get this little walk going. Let's have a look out at Cook Island. There's a whale just outside Cook Island at the moment. Probably can't see it just yet, we need to get up the top. But we're definitely, hello Lola. I didn't bring my fishing rod and line, sorry Lola. But no, this is really good fishing along here. So up on this headland here, there's a lighthouse. So we'll go up and have a look at the lighthouse. We'll have a look at the headland and hopefully find some whales once we keep going. Pinku, how are you? South Valley Vado, where's this? We are at Fingal, on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia, on the east coast. So I'll just zoom out a little bit, guys, give you the whole view of the beach. So that's the beach, it's high tide at the moment. A little baby shark with your hands. Huh. Yes. So this is the beach. We've got a couple of seagulls in front of us. We have had a lot of erosion. So you can see how much sand we have lost here. We've had some big swells. The swell just keeps coming now. Cack attack. That's good. It's beautiful here, isn't it? I'm on the opposite side of the planet. The internet is cool. Yes, it is. And it'd be night time over there, and it's just, 5 to 10, or 10 o'clock in the morning here. So, instead of watching some stupid show on TV, you get to watch Greater Bilby. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Thanks for joining, George. The Seagull accepts your company. Lacey, how are you? Ginto Kai 48. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. So glad you could join us today. So what we're doing, we're making our walk along this beach, Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales, Australia. We're going up onto the headland directly in front of us, and we are going to be able to get a good view of Cook Island out there and look for some whales. So it's a perfect day here today. You can see the storm clouds out behind Cook. They have been on us yesterday. So no live stream yesterday, which I was a bit disappointed about, because I like doing these every day when I've got the chance. But yes. South Valley Vado. Oh, you have to go to a beach, mate. There's nothing better than being down the beach. And look at this. There is hardly anybody around. Karbeshi Ko, how are you? Love your iridescent wave. That looks fantastic, that emoji. So you can see we've got some rocks here, rock formation on the beach. So at one stage we lost all the sand here on the beach, and all these rocks cover this whole entire beach, but luckily we've got a bit of sand back. But the erosion has taken the sand right back to the vegetation, so we've got trees falling down everywhere, like this one in front of us. Neil, hello, how are you from? How's the UK going? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so we've got a lot of vegetation down. These are the rocks, we call them the marbles, and these marbles are a continuation of the headland directly in front of us. You can see the rocks in the front. Hey MS, how are you? Yes, it is a nice place, it's beautiful here, very quiet. So these rocks come from a volcano, which is just out to the west of us. It's the Mount Warning volcano, caldera. And These rocks and lava flow was deposited here 23 million years ago. So quite a long time ago. And all this rock is basalt. So the volcano didn't explode like Mount Etna or one of those sorts of volcanoes. It just flowed and slowly flowed down and formed all this. Washington Blackwood, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Yes, it is a lovely beach. Thank you, Neil. So that's also part of the caldera. That's also part of what the volcano formed. Straight up, guys, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button. And at the moment I'm doing one live stream every day, weather dependent of course, and when I go back to work in a couple of weeks I will be back to 3 or 4 live streams every week. So I put out a lot of live stream, guys, so please consider subscribing and you get to see this every day. We are at Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia. So I've got a couple of families here in the corner having a bit of fun. Oh. I hope everybody can hear me properly. I forgot my mic today. I was in a hurry, oops, sorry about that. I was in a hurry to get down here. And of course forgot my lapel mic. So now we're just going to cruise along these rocks, and we'll cruise all the way along, and then I'll climb up the side of the headland there, and then we'll be up the top and we'll have a great view all the way down to Kingscliff and Byron Bay. So let's keep cruising. There we go, full screen. So that's Cook Island, straight off the front of the headland there, and that's off the beach, that's 1 kilometre, and off the headland it's about 800 metres. So these are the rocks I was telling you about. We call them the marbles. Now, the trick is when walking on rocks, don't have wet or sandy feet, otherwise you will go guts up. So if I stop talking for a bit, I'm just concentrating trying to get through. So let's try and get some nice shots for you. So how's that for a shot, guys? Spain, no Australia, Eva. Hassan's family, how are you? We are at Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales in Australia. Margaret, how are you? Good to see you. So that's Cook Island straight off us. These rocks in front of us are from the Mount Warning caldera and were deposited here 23 million years ago. So just beautiful. Robert Lord, hello Canada, how are you? Good to see you, thanks for joining us. We're doing a walk along. We've just been along this beach, so I'll give you a shot of where we just came from. So we just walked halfway along this beach, and right out the end there, that's the border of Queensland and New South Wales. That's about 3.5 kilometres away. Yes, it does sound good, the Greater Bilby. So where that high rise is, that's Queensland. So Queensland has all the high rises. You can see more high rises through there. So that's Queensland, and the side with all the greenery and the shrubs, that's New South Wales. So all this land here on this beach is owned by the local Aboriginal Lands Council. So nothing can be built here, which is just fantastic. So you can come here in 100 years and it will still look the same. So my daughter will see it, hopefully her kids will see it, their kids will see it. So it's really good. So we'll keep making our way up. That's Cook Island straight out the front. Yeah. Big steps, guys. Yeah, so that's Cook Island. I'll try and keep that in the middle while I keep walking. Yes, it is good to know. The local councils here have tried to build stuff. They wanted to build, let me just show you. Country Taco, how are you? Thank you, it is beautiful here, and hello. So right down the end there, the local council wanted to build a Club Med and a caravan park. And on the other side, I'll show you when we get over there, Greg Norman wanted to build 2 golf courses. But luckily it's owned by the Aboriginal Lands Council, and they said no to everything. So no development for us here at Fingleheads, which is great. I've got to get past without getting wet. I'll just cruise down this way. All this deadfall here. This is where Brandon, Pirate King, how are you? Yeah, they are some big waves. We've had some big swell here lately. We've had a big low pressure system. It was sitting 350, just a sec, gotta get through these trees. That low pressure was sitting 350 kilometres south of us. And yeah, it was sitting 350 kilometres south of us and brought in some big swell. In February we had a big cyclone here as well. Hope it's not too Blair Witchy for you guys. I'm just trying to get through all these trees. I think I'm going to have to go up. Billy from Scotland. William Mack, how are you? So you can see the waves breaking on the outside of the island and then just on the side of the headland here. And there's a few waves breaking what we call the keyhole. So you'll see those waves breaking just underneath that big rock there. So there you go, there the waves breaking through. Just give us 2 secs, Guy. I'll zoom you right out so you don't get seasick. And I'll try and get up and through these trees. Hope I don't fall. Luckily it's still winter here. Otherwise there could be a few snakes hanging around these rocks. There we go, I'm through. So we have, around this area here, we have the coastal brown snake, which is the 3rd most deadliest snake in the world. So I think we have 9 of the top 10 deadliest snakes in Australia here. We love to live on the edge, but they don't bother you. So how's this for you guys? Let's look out to Cook Island through the pandanus tree. So it looks quite nice. Hello, Angelo from Chicago. Yes, William, it is a beautiful country. Hi, Paul H. Love the pandanus too, yes. They are a good tree. A friend of mine's got them in his house, and he said they're a shit tree to have around their houses because they drop pandanus fronds. So those fronds down there, they just drop them all day, every day. He said he picks up 20 to 30 every day. So he said not something to have around your house. Nice at the beach, but that's about all. I must have drunk too much last night. I'm not having a very smooth run along this rock. And I don't drink, so I don't know how that happened. Ouch. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get onto that headland. Paul, good to see you. It's your 2nd time. Hopefully you subscribe, mate, and then And if everybody can consider subscribing, you'll be notified every time I put out a live stream. Ooh. So I put out, at the moment I'm putting out 7 live streams a week. No, they're a bit, they're moving. Some of them, you think they've been there so long, but they're still moving underfoot. Yeah, so I put out, at the moment I'm doing 7 live streams a week because I'm on holidays. Tomorrow will be good, or the next day I'm at Harrington, which is on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. I'll be down there with my brother and sister just cruising around. And so if you subscribe just for that, that'd be worth it. They've got a beautiful big breakwall there, it runs for about 2 kilometres. So that's looking back down, right down the end there. Those last trees you can see right on the end of the headland, that's where Queensland starts. Which coast is the deadliest? In Australia? I'm not sure. If you go down the south coast, around South Australia, they have a lot of great whites down there. We don't have as many great whites. We have a lot of population on the east coast, so that's fairly deadly because we've got more population. So more population means more people in the water. More people in the water means more people doing stupid things. Okay. All right, I'm up. No surfers today, no. They all must be in town at on the Gold Coast. The wind will be missing the Gold Coast. So, okay, I'm through. Yeah, the wind will be missing the Gold Coast, so that should be pretty good in there at Snapper and Kira. Get this in the correct hand. There we go. Steve-O, Canada, how are you, mate? Helen. Yes, it is a beautiful view, thank you. I've come back to my old favourite, Fingal. Robert, how are you? Not many fatalities, Robert. You think how many people use the ocean here in Australia, and if anything, I was in more trouble driving here today than worrying about a great white if I go for a swim. In this area, we've just had the mullet running. So they were pulling in tons of mullet here off this beach. We have Taylor. The Taylor was just running for the winter. And then we get bream, whiting, and a lot of dart. So there's one surfer going out right now, all by himself. Yes, it is. I'm just going to go higher so I can show you down in there. I just went to go down low, but you can see how wet those rocks are, so the waves are actually breaking over the rocks. So I'm just going to head up. Yes, there's a lot more whites down there. That's where they have the seals. That's their main food source. So that's looking back along the beach. That's all the deadfall I just walked through. Hello there, everybody. It's just tuned in. Welcome. We're at Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales, Australia. Ooh. I'm going to go up high, guys, and show you all this. Just a second. So we'll definitely see some whales out here today. There's some people up here watching with binoculars. Ooh, that wind. Holy moly. And the spray is coming over the top. So look at the difference when I just come over the headland, guys. I hope you can still hear me. I'm talking right into the phone. I'm just about kissing my phone. I'll get behind this pandanus. All right, okay, I'm a block from the wind now. I remember what you... Oh, nice. You don't know... No, pirate, this isn't where Steve Irwin died. He was up on the Great Barrier Reef. Do you know what sort of fish that was? A quidgeon, green bunny. Oh, that's sad. Green bunny. Yeah, all this social media, people are doing the most stupidest things. Wow, did you see that wave just get washed through us? So it's going to be a little bit difficult to see the whales today. Let's just sneak our head around the back, guys. Tea-line, tea time, how are you? So these waves here, right in front of us, they're the ones hitting the headland and putting out a lot of spray. Oh, there's a pot of dolphins out there. Let's have a look at these dolphins. So let me just try and find them. There they are on that wave. Where are you? Where are you? Where's that breaking wave there? So they should be out just near that wave. So there's probably only 4 or 5 dolphins in that pod. We have a few pods of dolphins here at Fingal. Just head up here a little bit, try and get behind another structure, try and get out of this wind, guys. How's it going? Oh, there's just water blowing everywhere here. There's that much wind and swells that big. Alright, we'll be able to get a good view of Cook Island from over this side as well. Oh, there's the dolphins. They're moving quite quick at the moment, the dolphins, they are. Don't know if you can see them. There they are. Oh, come on. Human, how are you? Missed my live stream yesterday because the weather was pretty bad here, so I thought I'd do an early one and a late one today, just to try and make up for it. It's good to see you. Sharks by the plains, sorry, yeah. So, here we have Cook Island out there. Now, let's see if we can get down. Get down here a bit. I apologise. This should be better, right behind this rock. Okay, now we're in the warm. Thank you, Robert. It is beautiful here. I'll zoom out a bit for you. So we've got these waves. So we've got some big waves, we've got a lot of wind. Yeah, they're amazing, the dolphins. They just get on the same wave as you. I think the dolphins are saying this is the way you surf, guys. You guys are just kooks. So down there, right in the distance, that is Kingscliff. Well, human, apologies for starting this 2 hours early. But like I said yesterday, it was raining that hard here. It wasn't pretty at all. Look at that. So we're 30 metres up and that wave just went another 20 metres above us. So let's zoom out and try and get all these waves. for them, they go. Yes, thank you T-Lime, they are fantastic waves here. So out at the island, you have a reef around the island, and just southeast there you'll see some waves breaking in the minute. That's now called Fidos, and then out to sea another couple of kilometres there's another reef called outside Fidos. Okay, so hopefully this wave will break over the top. There we go. So we're 30 metres up, guys, and those waves are breaking up level with us that time. So it was probably 35 metres. You can even see the backwash, the waves coming back off the headland, heading back out to sea. So it's quite wild and woolly here today. Just letting everybody know, tomorrow I'm driving down to Harrington, which is in the mid-north coast of New South Wales. If you're looking on the map, it's just east of Taree, which is a major city down that way, north of Newcastle. So I'll be there for the next 4 days. I'm just going down there for a holiday with my brother and sister. That's where my father was born. So we're just going down there for him. And hey, how are you? We are at Fingleheads on the far north coast of New South Wales. So we've got a couple of seagulls here. Trying to fly into that breeze. Oh, I said I'd show you the lighthouse as well. The lighthouse is just behind us. Never seen that really on too many other lighthouses. But yeah, that's the way that one works. I'll just swing back around and show you. There's a guy down there fishing. He'll be doing it tough today. He's rugged up. If he gets washed in, that'll be the end of him. He will sink to the bottom with all those many clothes on. And straight over his head there, that's Kingscliff. Hide back down inside these rocks. Ah, there we go. A lot safer and a lot quieter. I know, cliffs. I forgot my microphone today. Amateur move. Hey Cliff, you do us a favour. Can you turn that switch back on in the drone office, please, on the wall? Get the rest of that stuff. Get the rest of the drone batteries charged. Thank you. So let's just cruise up here and have a look. So this is rather rough and wild down here. Get any waves? Where'd you surf? Is Kira any good? Nice. Any jobs today? So those rocks down there, all formed by the Mount Warning volcano, and was formed 23 million years ago, guys. And you can see the shape of them, they're all hexagons. And it's really crazy because down there on those rocks. They're all hexagons, but up here, whoa, how's that? Big Gilds, how are you? Good to see. And up the top of the rocks here, they're not hexagons, so the hexagon must be lower, and then once the top rock gets eroded, then the someone just there's just a plaque there to some people that died. I was just reading that, but you can see. Yes, ChatGPT told me Cliff, so it must be true. And you're old enough, I think you might have even been there for the Mount Warning, or the caldera blowing itself up. Yes, Paul, this is exactly the same as the Giant's Causeway at, believe it's Fingal in Ireland. So, yeah, it's amazing. So, I've had a lot of people mention that. That's true. Greater Bilby, because it all comes from the Mount Warning volcano. It's amazing how far that reached. So here comes a bit of a set. This might put up a bit of a spray for us. No, it's just starting to roll. Tide's higher here at the moment. Ooh, nice. Yes, it's a great sight. So if I was down that side of the rocks, I'd be getting saturated with that mist coming over, the spray and the mist coming over the top. So we're up 30 metres here, so you can imagine how high the waves are breaking. Maybe 20 metres, 20 to 30. Yes, I'm always here to teach people some stuff. But isn't it amazing? Is the one in Northern Ireland, is that also called Fingal? I'm pretty sure it is. Sheraz, how are you? Thank you for enjoying it. And please, everybody, if you are enjoying it, please consider subscribing. And at the moment I'm doing 7 live streams a week, 1 a day, weather dependent. I missed yesterday because of the crappy weather, but I'll do 2 today to make up for it. I might do 1 later this afternoon. So I think people in America will miss that one, but I think Europe may be okay to see it. I'm not sure. So let's just look back out at the island. So that's Cook Island. We'll zoom in on that for you. And that sits 800 metres off the headland here. I've actually had to go and rescue 7 backpackers one day. They thought they were in the Mediterranean, and they were going to ride their pool noodle and swim out to Cook Island. So as you can imagine, thank you, human. 7:30 in Chicago. Good to know, Angelo. So I'll do one later this afternoon as well. So it might be about 11 o'clock. What's the time? 10:30, 2:30? Yeah, it might be about 11 o'clock if you want to rejoin back then. Oh, how's that one? That lady standing there will be getting very wet in a second, but that one broke right up. .8:30 in Toronto, 8:30 p.m, mate. I'd say so. Yeah, so I usually do my live stream at 12:30, but I was going to try and get 2 in today because I missed yesterday, just to make it up to everybody. So we'll go for a walk. We'll keep going around to the south. We'll go via rock formation to rock formation. That fisherman has just finished and he's up on the walking away now. He looks a little bit wet. The wind seems to have died back a little bit. It makes it a bit easier for us. So let's keep heading around the south here. You can see all these rocks in front of me are wet, so that's how far the waves are breaking up here. So I'll keep moving through this position. All right, now we're up on the path. Oh, thank you, B Guilds. Make sure you like and subscribe, mate. I'll do one from Harrington tomorrow. It'll be later in the afternoon, but I'll do an early one from Harrington on Wednesday. I'm down there for 4 days with my brother and sister, down to where my father was born. We like to go down there a couple of times a year. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, so Cook's journey. Well, there was Cook and Flinders, Matthew Flinders, and I've read Matthew Flinders' journal, and he actually says if you're out of food travelling up the east coast of Australia, when you see Mount Warning and you come close to the Tweed River, there's an island just off the Point Danger, and there you'll find turtles to fill your larder. So that's what Flinders was staying back in the 1700s. So the island has a lot of loggerhead turtles. And Mount Warning's under cloud at the moment, so I can't show you that. But I will take you down and show you South Beach at Fingal, looking down towards Kingscliff. So this poor pandanus is not looking too crash hot, is it? The skeleton of a tree. Cops are hiding up here, all the trees. And then this one down here is faring a little bit better. This beach here runs for 7 kilometres. So it runs from the corner here. So that's down the bottom of the headland, and it runs all the way around to Kingscliff. Have a look at this house up here. Yeah, that house is really hidden inside the tree line, isn't it? Thank you, Paul, I will. Sorry for the not smooth. Yes, we have pine trees here. We've got none around this area. There's pine trees right back there. Look at that. They're the Norfolk pines from the Norfolk Island, directly off the coast of Newcastle. Yeah, the view must be good, but then they'd be copping all that salt spray all the time, so everything would really rust at their place. So we'll just make our way out here a little bit. Yes, very windy. I'll go and hide behind these rocks here just a second. That hurt the knee. Okay, so hopefully, there we go. How's that for a view? We've got the native flowers over here growing in the lee of the rocks. We've got the pandanus pandanus above us, and then we got looking south with beautiful sky. Thank you, human. It is beautiful here, isn't it? So this is why they don't want people walking down here, because they're the native plants to this headland, and people pick the wildflowers, but I'll stay well clear of them. Let's have a close look at one. Yes, it is, Helen. So we'll look out this way and we'll see Cook Island through the pandanus as well. Have a look at this. Another photographic bit of mist in the air today, so we'll see sea mist. So it's just making it hard. But yeah, look at that. It is big gills. Yeah, it's stunning along here. And as I said, there's one person. So there's one person that I can see in 7 kilometres of beach. Thank you, human. Very good. Yes, so Cook Island, and the little rock off to the northeast side of it is called Mary's Rock. I used to think that was Cook's wife's name, but her name was Elizabeth, so I got that wrong. So I don't know how they got the name Mary's for that front rock. Go back up here. Make our way back, guys. Surprised we haven't seen it. Oh, fuck. There's a brown snake right there, so let's just move well away from him. So let's just stay over here and we'll zoom in on it. There's the tail of a brown snake. That is the third most deadliest snake in the world, right there. And I just about stood on it. Luckily it moved. Otherwise I would have stood on it, and then I would have been stopping this live stream and calling Triple O to come and get me after a brown snake bite. So the brown snakes are coming out of hibernation now, so it's getting warm enough. Let's get another view of it. Where are you? And luckily, there it is. It's sticking its head in the rock. That must have been where it lived. Oh, there he is. He's got his head out now. So I'll just move back a bit because those things move very quick as well. There it is. That's a brown snake. Third most deadliest snake in the world. And sorry for swearing, guys, that just came out. But yes, that's amazing, isn't it? And the babies, when they hatch, are just as deadly as the Paul. It's right there in the middle of the screen. The babies are just as deadly, yes, very aggressive, as the parents as soon as they come out of the egg. That way they can start feeding straight away. Yes, it does. Luckily it moved, because it's just light brown. It'll just look like a stick or a pandanus leaf. So hopefully, or luckily, he must be a little bit cold at the moment, and that's why he didn't move real quick. So the third most deadliest snake in the world we're looking at, and I nearly stood on it. So what he does when he gets annoyed, he'll lift his head and body up and just sit there on the lower half of his body, and he'll flatten his head and make him look larger and more aggressive. And then if you keep hanging around him, he'll strike. So you can see he's trying to curl back up in the ball there and get the sun and get the warmth on him. Yeah, but they must have hatched. They've come out of hibernation already, and now they're just trying to warm up. So it's, like I said, it was really bad weather yesterday. So he's just trying to warm up. You can see him there, not even caring about me at the moment. Oops, sorry about that. I'm actually watching him, not through the screen, so I can see whether he moves or not. Yes. And usually the tiger snake and the brown snake, you don't even know that you've been bitten by them. You just feel them whack you, but you won't realise that you've been bitten. I know of someone that didn't realise she was out in the garden and she got hit by a tiger, and then she lost a leg. All right, I'll just zoom out of there, guys, and yes, is that the blackadder you saw Rowan Atkinson out there? All right, now I'm going to really keep my eyes open. But that's what the snakes will do. They'll be on the rocks trying to warm up, and then they live in this grass just here. And that's where the rats and the mice live, and the bilbies and possums. So then they eat them. All right. The joys of walking through Australia with bare feet. Usually when it's brown snake country or inland taipan, you wear big heavy boots and jeans, and they usually don't go straight through, they won't go through, hopefully they don't go through the denim or your boots. Unlike the funnel web spider that can go straight through your boots and go through your toenail. So there you go. Please don't pick the wildflowers. If you pick one daisy, the whole plant dies. Thank you for timing him out. Human? Was he being offensive? So there's Cook Island from up the top here. Now I'm looking everywhere for brown snakes and not looking at the view. Stop being a sook. I've made it this far without being bitten, so why would it be any different today? So there's the lighthouse up there. Again, that red perspex, that shows you where the danger is. So if you're coming up the coast or down the coast, you'll see the light flash, you'll see the white of the flash, and then when it turns to red, you know you're in the danger area, and that danger area will be that reef out there that just broke, Fidos, and the island. But everybody's got GPS now, so they should be able to cruise around the island. But we did have, just a couple of months ago, we did have a yacht end up on the island. Hey guys, Just let you know there was a brown snake around the corner.
Just today?
I just stood on it, just around there.
I won't walk over for a minute.
You can just keep your eyes open, but just be aware.
Thank you.
No worries. Yes, in Sydney though, so luckily not around this area. We've got the redbacks here, but they don't bother you. I've actually got 4 or 5 redbacks just living in my Hey mate, how's it going? Got one of the locals sitting on the path, having a good time. Just saw a brown snake around the corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're out already.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the path?
No, it's just off the path on the rocks, warming up. So just keep an eye out.
Yeah, thanks.
Jim, how are you? Thank you. Welcome to Idaho as well. These rocks are a little bit slippery at the top, so you can see where the ocean is, and you can see up here, this is how far the waves are breaking up here. So that those waves are hitting with a lot of force, and the wind's blowing the spray a long way. So let's go back over to the north side and get out of this breeze a little bit. There's a fisherman, lone fisherman. Let's try and get him in the shot with the island. There you go. See you, B-girls. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, we're back down here. We'll just get over the edge. That rock's sharp. Just have a look. I'll zoom right out, guys. Tim, how are you? Thanks for joining. So there is a lot of water moving through the keyhole at the moment. So we'll just stop and have a look at this for a little while. When I was younger, I used to actually rock climb on these on this headland. Coastsider, how are you? No, in New South Wales, Coastsider, you've got to have a licence to fish, and I refuse to get the licence, so I don't fish anymore. So here we have the headland, the front rock, and then Cook Island out the back. Not a bad view, hey? Sorry for forgetting my microphone today. Total amateur move. Hope you can still hear me though. Go down and get a low view. Oh, there's a skink. Where is it? Right there. Well, we're seeing everything today. At least that's one's not a brown snake. That'll be just a skink. Not just a skink, a skink. Where are you? Where's it gone? There. So we're getting all the land animals today. Be good if we can get some ocean animals. I'll just zoom back out, guys. Not a bad view up that way. Some more native plants. Thank you, human. You are a wealth of knowledge. You need that teaching degree. Look at that. Beautiful plants, aren't they? And like the sign says, you pick one flower off there and the whole plant dies. Good to see all these plants are making their way back, and then up there we have the disgusting asparagus fern. So they're trying to eradicate all of that off this headland. So native flowers. More native flowers. Yep, really is beautiful. So we'll look back down the beach again. Yes, asparagus fern. Disgusting stuff. It grows with tubers under the ground and just spreads and spreads. So we have a little bit of a rock outcrop here just on the side of the headland. When it's dead flat, it's nice to swim around and dive around that little rock. So let's get there you go. The headland, the brown rocks, the black rocks is the front rock, and then Cook in the background. Yes, it is T-line, very invasive. If you walk all the way up the spit here, you will find asparagus fern everywhere through the spit, Letitia spit. One day when the swell drops a bit, I'll walk across to the front rock and I'll give you a view of the front rock You have to come out for a holiday. Come out and I'll show you all around. Say causa. Don't understand. Yes, they are. Let's go back up and try and look straight down. Sorry about that. We'll try and look straight down the... just looking for that skink again, sorry. We'll look straight down the keyhole. And see how much water's moving through there without getting the waves over us from breaking behind. Look at that view. Get yourself better, then come on over, mate. Huge country. I think you can fit all of America in Australia. You can fit all of Europe in Australia. People just don't realise we've had backpackers out here saying they're just going to drive to Cairns today. And we're going, oh, do you realise how far that is? It'll take you about 24 to 30 hours to drive to Cairns and it's still in the same state. Alright, here we are looking down the causeway. Sleep when you're dead, mate. I'll only be on here for about another 15 minutes, so if you just want to hang around. So there's the start of the front rock. Waves belting into that. And Cook Island in the background. So I've been going 67 minutes. So just give me 15 minutes T-line and I'll call it quits and I'll do another one this afternoon. So, while I got everybody, so please consider subscribing. I'm doing and liking. I'm doing one live stream every day at the moment while I'm on holidays, and I'll be going back to 3 to 4 live streams every week. So I'll be doing stuff like this nearly every day. So please like and subscribe, and then you'll be notified. Oh well. You start in a major city, usually Sydney, and then just buy yourself or hire yourself a car, then move up the east coast. Beautiful. You've got a couple of 1,000 kilometres to drive all the way up to Cairns. You could do that in 4 to 5 weeks, doing it nice and slowly. Thank you, T-Lime, for subbing. Or you could drive down to Melbourne and go across the Great Ocean Road all the way to South Australia. Now that is a fantastic drive. Yeah, it's beautiful down there on the Great Ocean Road. They've got a formation down there called the 12 Apostles, and that's exactly the same as this. It's rock that's been eroded away from the headland, and they're just standing there. So they're called sentinels, all standing by themselves. But I think they're down to 6 now. The rest have all crumbled and all succumbed to the ocean. Thank you, human. I didn't even see what he wrote. But thank you for getting rid of him. So I just look over the end here. There you go. And if you remember me saying how much erosion we've had here, all the sand's been washed out to sea, and you can see that sand there is about 500 metres where that waves are breaking out there. That's where all the sand's being deposited. So it's all out to sea, so hopefully it can get washed back in. Well guys, I might leave it here. Thank you everybody for watching my live stream today. I'll just be a couple more minutes so you can say goodbye or whatever you want to do, and then I'll shut it down until this afternoon, weather permitting. I might try and do an afternoon live stream from Coolangatta and Greenmount, which is straight up there on the Queensland side. Okay, as Human said, thank you everyone for joining. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow or this afternoon, weather permitting. Okay guys, thank you and goodbye.